How's it going, everyone? You got your boy Corey here, aka Crasher, bringing you guys a new video. Now, I've got a rather interesting topic for you all here today, but before we get into it any further, I want to make it very, very clear that this is a video based on criticism and not hate. I have zero ill will or negativity towards the likes of Ninja, or anyone for that matter when it comes to making these kinds of videos. I want to take what has happened recently and give my opinion on it, so please do not send Ninja any hate, as that is not the purpose of this video. So without further ado, guys, let us get into it. So on February 18th, Ninja tweeted out the following. The phrase, "It's just a game," is such a weak mindset. You are okay with what happened, losing an imperfection of a craft. When you stop getting angry after losing, you've lost twice. There's always something to learn and always room for improvement. Never settle. So this here was quite the interesting take that garnered a lot of responses, and unsurprisingly so, from the community. Ninja is mega popular with millions of followers across platforms like Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Now, I want to take the approach of both vouching for this tweet and criticizing it, and then following it up with my own personal opinion. Ninja has made his career off of gaming. I can understand what he is saying here, given the fact that gaming is his career. To have a thriving and successful career, you need to have passion as well as the willingness to accept criticisms and always have room for improvements and never settling for less than your best. That in general should go for anyone who has a dream and passion for something. Do your best and never settle for less than your best. However, let's be 100% honest here. In the game of life, we all have our times of losing and also having imperfections to work on every day. Just because you lose or have imperfections, that doesn't mean you're automatically okay with that, especially if you work hard to improve on things from your side. You win some and you lose some, and that comes from both a gaming perspective and a real life perspective. Now, as for the "when you stop getting angry after losing, you've lost twice" statement, that is rather untrue. It's not worth it to get angry over a loss in a game, and even in a situation in real life. When has anger ever been the problem solver? Sure, you can use the anger to motivate you to do better, but if you let it take you over, you have lost because you let anger consume and destroy you rather than help you build from that point. You can take the loss like an adult and reflect on how you can do better for the next time around. To quote the Pokemon Cobalion from the Pokemon movie Kyurem and the Swords of Justice, it is what you learn from defeat that is truly important. Loss isn't always a terrible thing. It sucks, yes, but take from that the time to learn from it and be a better person and better at what you love to do overall. Do your best to improve yourself every day and never settle for being okay at something, but rather excel at learning and trying new things to perform better overall. Now, after all of this being said, here's my overall take on this. I think Ninja did have the right idea, but it did come off rather poorly in the regard that he based all of this off of a video game. Video games in general are meant to be enjoyed casually and not to be taken seriously. It's fine to lose, you can't win all the time. Just don't quit trying your best and being a better person and better at what you love to do overall in the general scope of things. Now, I was going to end the video off right here, but there's a little something else that I come across that I think you guys need to see, so let's let the clip roll.
Anyone ever uses the excuse, "It's just a game," I'm gonna lose my mind.
Okay, to actually see Ninja raging about this rather than just making a tweet about it, it kind of changes things a fair bit here. To actually see him getting so angry and really upset about the notion it's just a game kind of makes me think a little bit differently here, hence why I've got a little more to say about this matter in this video.
Imagine telling LeBron James, Tom Brady, that when they're pissed off after losing a game, that it's just a game. Like, I'm gonna lose. Like, are you kidding me? You're so stupid.
I don't think that's a very good comparison there, Ninja. I mean, we're talking about real life athletes. We're talking about real life sports. Now, I can understand that esports is a thing. You know, you go into competitions when it comes to gaming, and there are prize pools up for grabs. That I can kind of understand the comparison, but if we're talking about casual gaming here, where nothing is on the line except for pride and bragging rights, this is a really, really bad comparison, Ninja. I mean, come on. I can understand you being passionate and all that stuff, but this is a bad take, my friend. And even if we compare real-life sports to esports here, real-life sports involves real-life athletes. We're talking about real-life athletes that dedicate hours of their time a day training themselves, mind, body, and soul to be the best that they can be at the sport that they are playing in. And they are legitimately putting everything on the line. Their blood, sweat, and tears, and they pay the price, whether they win some or they lose some. When we're talking about esports here, you're talking about playing a video game here. There is absolutely no physical contact, no brutality, no potential for injury and stuff like that. Yeah, sure, you can rage and all that stuff and smash your controllers and keyboards and monitors and all that stuff if you end up losing or you make a crucial mistake that costs your team the victory, but I still don't think that comparing esports and video games to real-life sports and real-life athletes, I don't think those are even comparable, my friend.
It's the competitive nature, bro. It's about respect, bro. It's about pride.
I get that it's a competitive nature and all that stuff, but that still doesn't excuse someone from being overly salty and overly pretentious about this whole thing. And that's kind of what I'm sensing out of you here in this clip, Ninja. I get that it's about pride, you know, your pride and so much more hinges on the line, but it really and truly is not worth getting bent out of shape and upset over to the point where you come off as, you know, kind of immature, if I'm going to be honest here. Like, this right here kind of doesn't exactly paint you in a good light.
It's so much bigger than a video game. And anyone that ever uses the excuse it's just a game is a horrible human being and is lazy. You're a lazy human being.
And thus we end the clip off here where he calls anyone who says it's just a game a lazy and horrible human being, which honestly is just a fucking terrible thing to say, Ninja. I mean, I get it, you're a human at the end of the day, you have your breaking points and boiling points and all that stuff, your triggers, and I can understand that any normal human being has those times where they go off. But given the fact that you are a public figure, Ninja, and given the fact that B, this took place on a live stream, you gotta be very, very careful about what you say. It is a one take, one opportunity kind of thing, and if you say the wrong thing, that's going to come back to bite you in the ass, man. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say here in regards to this matter. Just don't get bent out of shape when it comes to losing at a video game, and instead take those losses, take those defeats, and all those shortcomings and all the things that you can improve upon, and learn better. Learn to be a better competitor and all that stuff. Don't, you know, use this as an opportunity or excuse to get mad at someone just because they straight up outplayed you. Take from this as a valuable lesson. Be humble. Be a good sport. Understand the fact that every single time you go into a game, whether it is involving a video game or even something that involves real-life sports, understand the fact that you're going to win some and you're going to lose some. And whenever you lose, take from those losses a valuable lesson and use that as motivation to be a better version of yourself, so that way next time you go into that game, you're going to be a better competitor. And don't lose your cool whenever you lose at a game, and don't lose your cool on other people that perhaps don't choose to rage over loss, but instead take the loss with pride and with respect and honor, and take from it a life lesson. So with that being said, guys, that's all I've got to say here in this video. Have yourself a damn awesome day or night, depending on your time zone, and your boy will see you in the next one.